You boys look like a weird heavy metal band.
Yes, we are a band.
Really?
Yeah.
So what you play?
Symphonic post-apocalyptic reindeer-grinding, Christ-abusing, extreme war pagan Fennoscandic metal.
Right. Really interesting.
What's up, everyone? DJ Anubis.
And DJ Neko.
Here with you on the Metal Time Radio podcast, finally getting around to the best rock and metal albums of 2025. Normally, when I do this, in the past, Neko has had a chance to listen to some of the records that I've liked a lot, but this year she wasn't really able to kind of do that. But she'll recognize some names in here.
It's been a busy year.
Yeah.
And honestly, I listen with you in the car a lot. And I've been saying, like, oh, I like this band, I like that band. So it hasn't been totally musicless for me this year.
And it's crazy because really towards the end of the year, there was some more records I haven't even finished listening to that I don't even know if they're going to be good or not. But you're a fan of Blood Red Throne, but I from when I first listened to the record, I really liked it. I just didn't really know if it was going to make my list, but I wanted to go back and listen to it, but I didn't have a chance, so it's not included in this list. But I know that like there's some other bands and records that I towards the end of the year I just never got to that, you know, because I've been busy with a lot of this other stuff that I've been doing with this channel where metal has kind of taken a back seat a little bit, but I'm still very much passionate about the music and the scene and stuff.
It's where music and entertainment collide. Go to our website, www.metaltavernradio.com.
Exactly, basically. And I do update the radio for the new music that's been listened to this year, so you'll find new tracks in there as well as old ones. But here we're going to talk about the records that did make my list, and it's actually one of the biggest lists I've had so far with music. So we're going to be here for a little bit, but one of the reasons why we've done a choose to record it rather than do live like we did last year is because copyright's a big thing. And, you know, even though if I go upload it and they have problems, I can at least edit it where I won't get a channel strike from it. Whereas when we did it live, we didn't have a choice. We were running, and even though they blacked it out, they gave me a warning for the first one. And then when another video came up, that's when they struck me with the copyright strike. So in order to avoid that, if you watch this with us and there's a video that's like not played for you because I'm playing actual videos from the bands that are there that are available, if for whatever reason the labels and stuff don't want me to share that with you,
we can keep you edit
I'll take it out. But you'll just know from what we're discussing that that particular record did make my list. And you can always go and find the music yourself if you want.
Yeah, this is all about sharing some of our favorite stuff from the year, bands we like. It's not about any kind of nefarious reasons at all.
Yeah, exactly. And so the first album that is up is from a band from Italy called Neko. They've been around since 1985, 87. So they've been around for quite a long time. They play a mixture of Black and Death with a little bit of thrash metal, and you know, basically a very band that's been around for quite a long time. I've actually liked a few of their albums in the mid 2000s and whatever like that. So their new record Era Mortis was really good for me. I really enjoyed it a lot. So she hasn't had a chance to really hear this particular band, so we're going to go and play this and give you a little bit of a taste.
Sounds good.
And I believe this is the title track, so here we go. And there
That's
you go.
pretty good. I understand why it's one of your top metal albums of 2025. I like that chorus part. Very
crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
It has some melody in there as well from the beginning. With the
Well, you know my style. Like, I
Yeah, you've always been more in the, like me, more in the death and thrash and that kind of genre area. So it's not surprising that we would connect with that particular song. So the next one up is a band that actually, this is the debut for them. They're from Minneapolis, Minnesota, United States, called Caustic Abyss, and they play melodic death metal.
Oh,
And so their debut record, Eternal Winter Crypt, came out this year.
sounds like melodic death metal right there.
Indeed. And so,
The name.
right. And this is called the Necropocalypse. And it's, again, an official video for them. So here we go. Moving on to number 2. Now, these aren't really ranked in any particular order. I just kind of threw them together. But you'll see as we go along, they kind of have similar themes sometimes. But here we go.
I liked you guys. Caustic. What was it?
Caustic Abyss. Yeah.
I dig it.
I dig it.
I feel that's driving music too, don't you think? Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm just.
Most definitely. So our third band up.
Sorry, most
It's
headbang.
good. It's a band from Helsinki, Finland.
Oh, cool.
Death metal. And yeah, they've been around since 2021. They did do an EP in 2020. So this year is their debut record, full length. Excessive Escalation of Cruelty.
So they've probably been working. That's what ends up happening. You know, that's what happened with Nomos. Like they've just been working. They're
Yeah, they got like
touring and working
singles and stuff like
working.
that that have been put out. I remember hearing about the band by name, but it's a trio. And so this record out here is from a band called Tormentor Tyrant.
I'm just so happy to do this with you. It's like, it is the best time of the year. Christmas.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
And I think we're going to try and get our Metal Tavern shop back up. We had it up for a little while, a couple of years ago. We're trying really to, so this was available and we'll, you know.
Well, now I'm going to put my niece to work. So.
Well, we'll have custom stuff,
Mhm.
which I'm going to work with Nikki and Riley on this too, because we do have an eBay store and we have a few things up there on the eBay site. We have not been pimping it as hard as we should. I need to activate the shop tab on our website so you can go to our eBay store. We got Metal Tavern pins.
Which will also have stuff from Ghouls of Midnight soon for that as well, for the show that Tony and I do for horror movies, reviews and stuff. So
the whole idea, like, I think would be we can activate the shop, have the shop tab, and either move everything to just like an independent shop or keep it on eBay too, because we do have some things that we've been selling, some commemorative editions of back issues of different metal magazines that we just don't have space for anymore, et cetera, et cetera. So
which we're going to be able to get rid of some of those because people are collecting them. So again, if you guys want to, you know, I have like stuff from like Metal Maniacs, Kerrang, and stuff like that I'm letting go. So,
and it's on eBay if you search Metal Tavern Radio.
If you guys are,
literally,
you know, trying to collect these magazines and stuff, let us know. We'll we don't charge like a whole lot for it. So
it's literally like, because I send it. What's the?
And a lot of them are in really good condition. So
the only thing is we don't have the posters inside, because over the years the posters have come and gone, and we might even still have some of the posters just tucked away, but
I usually keep the posters,
but they're in great shape. They hardly have any markings on them or anything, and I have seen it was a couple of repeat people who were you could tell, like one of them was the Pit magazine, and what was the one that they don't even make anymore? It might be Pit. Like it doesn't.
It's one of them,
yeah, it doesn't even exist anymore. And we had like early editions that, you know, again, we don't need them. We're only charging like $20 including shipping, and it's priority mail, so you'll get it in a couple of days. So anyway, let's get back to some fun. We're just rambling on here. It's kind of haven't been on the air in a while, so I like to run my mouth.
Here is Tormentor Tyrant with Cosmic Wild Hunt
Oh yeah,
on Tito's label of Everlasting Spew Records. So
cool.
So yeah, that's cool for Tito.
That was
have
really
that
really
band.
good, I have to say.
Now, the next album, this might be one where Neko might struggle a little
no.
bit. It's a post black metal band from France called The Great Old Ones. And I know that Jason Griffith and I are big fans of this band since they started in 2012. I've always kind of felt like they had like a little bit of a doom edge to them, but their latest record, Kadath, from this year was really kind of mind blowing, just how great it was for me. I was really excited about it, and they didn't really let me down. And a couple of things here. The song is called "In the Mouth of Madness," but their themes are also centered around H.P. Lovecraft. So,
yeah, I first of all, I'm not a big Lovecraftian. I like at all, so that's a turn off. Not that this doesn't mean it's not going to be a good song, but I know you two have rocked out to this band before, so
let's give
it a listen.
Yeah, let's see if we can change Neko's opinion.
It's change my mind. I think that's it. Their music's good. They wear on me. It's too much for too long, and I know a lot of people disagree with me. I would like that more if it was half of what it was. But they did a great job with their video. And I like the music overall. It's just there are some bands that get so lengthy.
It does seem like it drags a little bit, but that's part of the
Between the Buried and Me.
Yeah, well, yeah, and even though they're not really progressive, so to speak,
They're progressive though. That's the thing, is they are progressive. They're just not
they're
labeling themselves.
They're more like experimental a little bit. So.
Yeah, they are.
But yeah, so anyway.
Okay, overall, I wouldn't have put that on a top album. I'm not saying who am I, who cares who I am, but my preference I like nice tight songs, and
straight to the point.
Yeah, and there are only, like I said, a few songs that are super long that I'm like, I don't know, that I'm okay with it being that long. Like, and most of them are more like classic rock that are, I would prefer, the longer songs. A lot of metal songs, I don't need them to be that long.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need all that. But I know I am in the minority. There are a lot of people who are like, I want those 12-minute long songs. I remember when we went to see, what is it, Between the Buried and Me, Beneath, and I'm like, is this the same song?
Mm-hmm. It's like everything you thought it was going to end.
Oh my God. The only reason I'm here is for Devin Townsend, and he's allowed to make 12-minute long songs. He's the only one right now, I think.
All right, well, next one up. Band has been around since the early 90s, but they've only put out 3 full lengths since then. So they had the 1992 debut, and then they had a 2022 release, and then now 2025. So they had this big hiatus for a long time before 2022. It's a death metal band out of Denmark called Maceration.
I don't think I've ever listened to Maceration.
Yeah.
Maceration.
Maceration.
Like macerating something, like chopping it up, I guess, right?
But this record is called Serpent Devourment, and this is the title track.
All right.
So here we go, straight to the point.
I'm going to say strong finish. I'm going to take back what I said where I don't know if it would be a top, because the finish was so good and it got so good in the middle that if you listen to this entire album and it's got like elements of that throughout the whole thing, I totally get why you would put it on your top rock and metal albums of 2025, honestly, because like that was really good. Like I said, start was a little slow. I was just kind of like, but it really, really took off. And then, of course, got to eat the fucking mouse.
All right. So this next band out of Oakland, California, United States, progressive post-black death metal. Since their first debut in 2020, I've their albums, 3 albums they've made, have made my best of list every single year. That's how good they are.
I'll be the judge of that.
Yes. But their newest record this year, Bioluminescence, but by Dawn of Ouroboros. One thing that I really enjoy about this band is, one, their creativity with their music, but also the versatility of singer Chelsea Murphy, who goes from these beautiful, clean vocals of her vocals to these like rough, like, you know, scary Cookie Monster vocals, as we would call them for people that don't usually listen to metal, would call that. But
Cookie Monster.
Yeah. But the band is amazing, so amazing, and we're going to check out their title track here from their latest release, Bioluminescence.
All right. I hear the progressive.
Yeah, and a black. The vocals are definitely in the black metal vibe, and I don't know. I guess the post would be sort of like melodic, softer, musical arrangements. Death might be some of the riffs that are in there, but
yeah, I heard that too. I think with that video and that song, I totally get why it's on your list. I was just captivated by the song and the video at the same time, which makes that like a perfect pairing. That's what I was saying. Like, whoever shot this knew what they were doing. They really captured what the song was trying to say.
All right.
So before we go on to the next one, can we pause for a second?
Sure. Okay. Took a little break there. Next up, out of Knoxville, Tennessee, United States, is the deathcore, which I don't really recognize deathcore. I just call them either metalcore or death metal or whatever, but it's the band Whitechapel. Been around since the mid-2000s. Usually I don't really dig a lot of their earlier stuff, but as time has gone on, their albums have gotten much better and stronger for me.
Yeah, I think I've not liked Whitechapel in the past. Doesn't mean I won't like this.
Right.
So I also enjoy when I am wrong. So hold on, let me get my coffee cup again. Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong. This is their title track for their new record, Hymns and Dissonance.
Okay. Okay. So I know I said like, oh, you start with feedback and it's kind of played out, and then I'm running my mouth like usual.
Well, sometimes that's how.
But it worked, right?
Mm-hmm.
It worked, and this whole song was kind of like a crescendo, and it kind of faded out at the end, and I dug it. So I support this on the best rock and metal albums of 2025 for Metal Tavern Radio.
There you go. Neko approved.
Here, change my mind.
All right. Now, this band is apparently, so it says international, but they tend to have some ties to Belarus as well as Russia. It's only 2 guys that do this project. It's a technical, brutal death metal band called Thanatophobia. And they've been around since 2022. They have 3 prior full lengths till this year. They have the new one, which is Twilight Space Theater.
Okay.
So let me see what the title of this track is. It's called Colors of Extermination. I just
don't love it.
That's all good. That's why we do this. To see different opinions, whether good or bad.
Now, granted, like I said, it's just nice, straightforward, if you like that style. It's just, and I'm not saying I hate it, I just don't love it. Best way to put it.
Well, the next band is going to be interesting. So the singer is well known, Philip Anselmo, formerly of Pantera, formerly of Superjoint Ritual and some other bands. He always has like side projects that he's been a part of.
Okay.
And in 2016, he decided his hand at black metal.
Oh God.
Now,
I don't know if I want.
this is he's had 3 EPs with the band since 2016. This is their first full length, and he's always gone with color. So the first EP was gray, second one was red, and then they had a black, and then now they're at gold.
Okay.
And to be honest, I didn't really like a lot of their earlier stuff, even though there were people saying, "Oh, Scour's awesome, great and fun and all this stuff." So I wasn't quite on board like a lot of other people when it came to the band. But when I finally listened to this one this year, I was like, "Wow, this is actually pretty impressive for a black metal project, especially with Phil at the helm." So
is this something that we really need, though, a black metal project with Phil?
Not really, but to be fair to Phil, he likes trying different things.
You
and
can
to be
do whatever
fair,
you want. Yeah, blah blah.
yeah, because he could have tried to do different things with one band, which is something that doesn't always work. Because look at Metallica; they went from thrash to rock, and even though some people still dig their rock stuff, it's not near as good as half of their earlier stuff. So I can appreciate an artist who decides, okay, I love thrash and I love metalcore or even doom, if that's some of the stuff that Phil has done in the past. But now he's like, okay, I got this black metal vibe in me that I want to go do, and so I'm going to create a whole new band centered around that. And so I give credit to that, where he isn't trying to force his other passions of music into a box with all this other stuff, because it just there's no need for it, because people like certain things. And so at least he's doing this.
Yeah, and you make a good point too, because Metallica, the longevity of Metallica is pretty impressive, right? But you've got people who remember Metallica for different things
right
now, because they've been going so long and they've played with their sound for so long. You could talk to somebody 20 years younger than me, and their idea of Metallica may be completely different than what my idea of Metallica was. And I even told you, because my first taste was a completely different album than your first taste. And so it does make sense if you're going to have some projects. It's like Devin, he changes his projects all the time in order to experiment with music.
Yep. So even though you might hear like a taste of what Devin does and some of his other stuff, it comes to certain things. If he wants to go theatrics, he'll do stuff like the Ziltoid stuff, or if it's more of the heavier stuff, he'll do, of course, the Past with Strapping Young Lad and stuff like that. So it just depends. Like Peter from Hypocrisy does Pain, which is entirely different than the Hypocrisy stuff.
Yeah. So, hello. I didn't even realize that. So that's cool.
Yeah. So it's just, it's interesting. But I did really like this record, considering that I didn't really care for it previously. So what is the title of this track from Scour?
Look at your little...
It's called Infuse Orium. I'm probably butchering that, but you get the point.
Infusiorium?
Yes.
Does that sound right?
Sounds about good. Better than I did it.
So what do you know about the rest of the musicians in that band?
Not a lot, but let me
Yeah, pull it up, because they sound like tight. Obviously they sound...
Yeah, and I wouldn't doubt it if Bill went and recruited
black metal musicians that he...
Well, just very good musicians in general. So let's see, we have John Jarvis playing bass and vocals. He's played for Agoraphobic, Nosebleed, which is well known. Ex Pig Destroyer, so he's been tied to them. Derek Ingeman for guitars and vocals. He's been part of Cattle Decapitation, Unmerciful, Ex Pantera at one point. Of course, Phil, who's been part of a lot of different bands. Adam Jarvis, who's I guess the brother of the bassist, who's been part of...
Is he the drummer?
Adam is, yeah.
Okay.
He's been part of Pig Destroyer, Misery Index, Nail Bomb Live,
That's crazy. Like these are
Hate
bands.
Eternal.
Yeah, bands we know.
Now, Mark Klopel, I've recognized his name. He plays the other guitars. He's been part of Misery Index and Criminal Element. So I do recognize his name a little bit.
That's really crazy because like these are some bands that we've crossed paths with too, and maybe we crossed paths with them at one point. Like,
yeah, you've probably seen them before somewhere.
Especially at some of the festivals and stuff. Like, no, I was just curious because you're taking Phil and you're thinking Pantera and you're thinking one thing. And it's interesting to be able to take and create something different, right? Now, I'm gonna have to say I liked it. Maybe I was wrong by saying, does the world really need a Phil Anselmo black metal project? But
well, I mean,
I do think the world needed that. And
just like Whitechapel, I think you get to a certain point where eventually, even though it took Whitechapel much longer to kind of get to this part where they are now, eventually you end up finding that chemistry and sound that resonates with more than just a certain group. So they like Whitechapel has always had their fans, same with Scour, but now with Gold and of course Whitechapel with their Hymns of Dissonance record, like you're able to kind of broaden your fan base because you're doing a little bit more with it. And
I understand too, now that you've kind of read off the list of the other band members, a lot of those bands are heavily touring bands.
Yeah.
And that's probably why they just had some EPs before really being able to dig into an actual album.
Yeah. So the next record is a band called Nox Dolores.
And I never heard of this band.
I've known them since their first release in 2013. This is only the third release they've had, though, during that time. So almost 10 years, only 3 albums. But they play a blend of symphonic black death metal. And their themes are possession, hell, ancient Egypt mythology.
Oh, I know why you like it.
Monsters and later. They're from Russia, St. Petersburg, Russia. I think at one point during their first full-length Possession, I actually did talk to them via internet. I don't know, it's been a long time, but I do think they were a band I communicated with when I was doing those label spotlights and
and they were sending you stuff.
Yeah,
cool.
So I do think I've known them for quite a while in terms of that. But I've always liked their record. Possession and Kemet, which was in 2020, were good records, obviously. But this one stood out a lot to me. And their third one, Constantinopoulos, or Polis, however you want to pronounce it. But this particular song, and I have to kind of read my thing here, is called Ottoman War Machine.
Like the Ottoman Empire?
Possibly. It could have that theme if they're doing mythology and stuff like that.
Oh, I loved it. It was great. And I like their video. Like, I know sometimes we like a video like the last one, it's a whole, horror movie. But this was just nice, straightforward. You know me, I'm loving my God.
So now basically I'm kind of moving into more rockish territory, even though there's still some, like the 2 bands after this one are still a bit more metal, but
hard rock. Yeah,
this one is more of actually classic rock. This is a band that's been around for quite a long time, going back to the 60s and 70s. So it's also one of the birthing places of Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead.
Who?
Lemmy.
What's his last name?
Kilmister, or whatever it is. What is it? Do you know how you pronounce it? No?
I'm afraid to say it because you might be right. But I've never heard it pronounced like that.
Well, I might be mispronouncing it, but Lemmy, we know Lemmy.
Uh-huh.
We know Lemmy.
Oh, yeah, look this up. I swear to God.
Yeah, I'm probably mispronouncing, but
sorry. But I've never heard it.
Sorry, Lemmy, but the reality is, they know who I'm talking about.
Oh.
Why is his name not even popping up?
Lemmy I always said Killmeister.
Okay, maybe that's what it is.
But like, I'm like,
I kept thinking it's like KL or something, but either way.
maybe. Okay, you guys in the chat are gonna have to make fun of us and tell us like.
Dude, I fuck up names all the time.
I know,
so.
but like I never heard it pronounced like that, and then you started getting me second guessing myself, and I'm like, what is? I look this like Killmeister. Am I saying it wrong?
Kilgore. But of course, I'm talking about Hawkwind, who I've been a big fan of for a long time.
All right.
So you're gonna get this whole like spacey rock.
I don't know. Again, I'm putting before I've heard the song. I don't like Hawkwind.
Yeah, she doesn't, but that's okay.
We'll see if I like
We
this.
can forgive her.
They have been around a while.
But this is called "There Is Still Danger" from the album "There Is No Space for Us." There you have it, Hawkwind.
And there you have it.
There is no space for us.
There's no space for them on my playlist.
Well, this will be interesting, this next band.
Why?
Because they broke out in 2013 with Sunbather. They'd only done one full length prior to that in 2011. But Sunbather got like a lot of attention, brought this whole new terminology called shoegaze, which again, I don't ever recognize as an actual genre, but people do. But they also are listed as post-black metal, which would be more fitting for me, in my opinion. But it was 2015's New Bermuda, which really, like, I was more impressed with that than I was with Sunbather. And you even liked a song from New Bermuda called Blue. I remember you were listening to Sirius Radio one day, came back and said, hey, this was a really good song. Now, you may not like every single track they ever did through that record, but I remember you pointing that out and thinking I was kind of surprised that you actually liked it. But now they've kind of gotten a little bit more into almost post-rockish type stuff with their latest release, Lonely People with Power. And again, very, very good record. Probably my favorite from since New Bermuda. They've done two others in between that, but this is Death Heaven from San Francisco, California, United States. And this track is called Winona. Look up like the lyrics to see what exactly they were singing in there.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I know how you are.
Well, but I know like again, throughout their record, they actually do have some clean vocal work in there. That's what's one of the surprises that I had for this record. That one didn't showcase it, but they did have songs like that, which I thought was kind of surprising. Those are the ones that I like the most because that song is good, especially from a musicianal standpoint with the song arrangements and stuff. But vocally, it doesn't do like a whole lot for me. But I've heard bands like this before, which I do like in the past. So Westering, a guy I interviewed way back in 2010, had a similar type of project like this. So certainly it hits me, at least in terms of the feels, in terms of like the music.
So for you, it was like your vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, this next band, I know you definitely like a lot. They have been around since 1998 and 99. They released In a Reverie, which was the first record I saw from them. I didn't really care for that record too much. But then when they released Unleashed Memories in 2001, certainly changed the projection and the way that the band was approaching their music. They play a mixture of gothic metal rock, alternative rock a little bit later on. They're from Italy. It's Lacuna Coil. With their brand new record, Sleepless Empire. And I'm going to play a song called Gravity from that record. But yes, I've always liked Lacuna Coil.
Me too.
Saw them at Ozfest one year. Got some signatures from them. Really fun time. So here we go.
So I like that a lot. I love Lacuna Coil. I like this direction. I like the even more gothic.
Yeah, one of my things that I've always kind of annoyed me, not with them, but just with mainstream, is that, you know, I don't really have a problem with Evanescence at all because they have their own brand of sort of gothic rock that they approach with, and Amy Lee is an amazing singer. But considering that Lacuna was there before them, and to me, much better songwriters and even better aesthetic on live stage and stuff, I've always felt like Lacuna kind of like got looked over in favor of like this like bubblegum type.
Well,
rapping.
I'll give you a little background on Amy Lee and Evanescence because she just did an interview about that whole "Bring Me to Light" song, and you know that went like, you know, quadruple platinum, and it was like big. There was a completely different version of that song, and because they were trying to lean into that new metal sound when it came out in like 2000, 2001 or whenever, the record company was like, this is what you have to do. Like, you have no choice. You're under contract with us. We're not releasing the song as it is. We're going to pull in people. We're going to get different producers. We're going to change this. And God bless them, they knew what they were doing because it went, but Amy Lee has a completely different vision for what Evanescence really, she wanted it to be. And then being so young, that song she had written when she was 19.
Right.
And then, you know, it kind of evolved, and then they wanted to make it at one point a certain way, and the record company would not let them release it. They're like, no, this is not, no, it's not. And again, it made them billions of dollars, obviously. And they are a household name, especially if you're our age and you grew up in the, you know, rock, rap, new metal era. But she sees herself very differently musically than the direction Evanescence went, especially in the early 2000s. That's why they're still releasing dribs and drabs. It's a little bit different than what Evanescence is, and it's obviously not as popular because music has changed, and you know, you're expecting to hear the new metal-y version of Evanescence, and that's not what she wanted.
Yeah, that's too bad because, you know, again, like even that song you just heard, like that's radio friendly. That's a radio, and Lacuna Coil has always done that. They've always had nice radio friendly.
I mean, they're
music.
playing Ghost on the radio now.
Yeah, so like it's just surprising that, you know, no one stood up or stood up and
said, hey, let's get this Lacuna Coil band.
Yeah, I mean, obviously since the last decade or so, Lacuna Coil has gotten a little bit more popular among people who like Evanescence and stuff like that, but it was just surprising to me. I was like, okay, well, Evanescence, you know, they're cool, but like you got Lacuna Coil has been doing this for about 5 years prior. You know, why aren't they getting that kind of love and attention when they deserve it?
Like I said, I just explained the record why. Record companies,
they want that bubblegum.
They want that. They want that. They know what is going to hook people, and their record company hired a producer who just completely changed the feel of their song. She didn't want the rapper in that.
Yeah, well, I believe it.
She didn't want that. She didn't hate it, obviously.
But that's probably because they were capitalizing on Linkin Park and all that stuff. So yeah.
So when you hear, and then interesting enough, because Lacuna Coil had a little bit more, I won't say rappy, but the guy who sings in Lacuna Coil earlier on, he would be kind of like dun, 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 and now he's like roar. So I like that, you know, whatever theme that they're following in their albums seems, you know, they're going with it. Like, and
yeah, they've got more edge now in the last few albums than they did early on, but you know, again, it's all very good and well laced and arranged and stuff like that. So
I like Lacuna Coil.
Yeah.
I always have liked them.
So going into our next band, we're hitting the death metal grindcore circuit. Band out of Spain.
So how many did you end up with this year?
Albums? Well, let's see. So I have 11 more to go, and we've already done like good close to 12 or so.
Oh my God, we're gonna have to cut this. We're hitting the 2-hour mark.
Yeah, but we'll be all right. Told you it was a big list this year. But yeah, so this one's from Spain. like Dawn of Ouroboros, this band, every time they put out a record, it tends to make my top album of the year
Okay.
for death metal. So, not too many people talk about them, but I really, really enjoy them. A band called Nasty Surgeons, and a new record, Gangrenous Symphonies. Great, yes, thank you. Gangrenous Symphonies. But I really enjoy their work and their stuff. So this is called The Ultimate Thrill. There
Yeah,
you go.
totally.
Mhm.
Just nice, straightforward death metal.
But didn't rock your socks off.
I mean, like, it's not terrible at all. It's good death metal, and that's why it's on your list, because some people try to do death metal and then they don't.
Well, it's like you said, sometimes some bands they tend to get a little bit too wankery, or they try
Get
to
too
do too many do too many things, which can be impressive from a musician standpoint, but sometimes you just want straightforward shit just to bang your head to, and that's kind of like what Nasty Surgeon does. They just come at you with death metal straightforward, and I like that.
I like that too. It's good. It's
Now this next band Neko probably won't like, but I've been a big follower of this guy for a long time, going way back. He also has a project called Tempestuous Fall, which he actually just released a new record under that particular project, which was surprising when he told me last time that he wasn't going to do anymore with that project. However, this project, Midnight Odyssey, he's been doing forever, and it's a really great, it's like mixture of ambient black metal, which is just very fun. Now, she won't like it because it's mainly because of the length of the songs.
oh my god, just please cut it. We'll listen to 2 minutes and then we're done.
But that's the thing, though, like, it's layered, and again, it's very pretty and nice, and taken from the 2025 release Master of the Nebulous Reach. This is called The Nebulous Reach. There you go.
Oh, so you cut it early for me, huh?
A few seconds.
Oh, well, gee, thanks. That would not have made my top of anything.
That's okay.
It's true. It's why we have differing opinions, and mine are usually right.
No, but, at least you have an opinion. I mean, look, so far you're doing okay. You like most of the stuff that's in here.
I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Fine. All right, next band out of the Netherlands. And this is one of Henry Herman's favorite bands. Been around since 2017, doing a little bit of death and doom metal. It's a band called Graceless.
So, pause. Oh God, I gotta email Herman back. I've been so bad because we've been so busy, and like that he was sending you something from the Graceless.
Well, I think he gave us
no,
set
that's
list once.
yeah, but he had something for you that
because
went to our old house.
Oh.
Now I'm hoping that USPS eventually gets it to us, but I have to email him back, because I was like, oh my God, thank you so much for sending us something.
Yeah, hopefully. Do we know how to track it?
Well, it's been tracked, and it said it was delivered to our old house. So I'm hoping, because they have been pretty good at our old house of like putting it back in the post and saying like return to sender.
Yeah, but how long ago was that?
Like a couple of weeks. So it may never make it to us. We may never see it.
Yeah, that's kind of my fear at this point.
But there have been many like articles of mail that they
regular mail, they probably just would put that like we do whenever we got it from the other guy. But if it's like an actual item, they may have opened it and then decided to keep it or toss it.
Or be like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't. Let me see if I can find it in my email what he said it was. But yeah, Herman really likes the Graceless, and I have to respond to him because he was just giving me an update on life, and
Well, while you're doing that, we're going to play Hardening of the Heart because I do want to get through these albums. This is from their new album, Icons of Ruin.
It was not bad.
Not bad at all.
Not bad.
All right. Our next band out of Australia, Perth.
Oh, cool. We
Um,
haven't had an Australian band yet.
and their 2023 debut also made my best of that year in 2023. And so when you can go and make an album even better than that one in 2025, that says something. Death metal band, Ashen.
All right.
And this is from the record Leave the Flesh Behind. And this is the title track to that. Fuck yeah.
That was really good.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good.
All right. Moving along.
Moving right
Another
along.
one-man project. Started out as noise, became progressive metal later.
Started off as noise.
Noise grind, as they call it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Out of the United States, from New York, someone that Neko and I know very well. And that would be Jason Steffen from Persephone. Started out doing a lot of like just noise grind, crazy experimental, just random, crazy stuff from the first first four lengths. I can't even say that straight. Say first four full lengths.
It was very just avant-garde, and
yeah, it's all
it was piss grind. Remember that was what his
yeah. The themes are urine, perversion, sick humor, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But he's always been kind of based into progressive stuff. He loves progressive metal, Dream Theater, Devin Townsend, stuff like that. And so when it came time for his full length for 2025, the Electric Elephant Graveyard, actually interviewed Jason Steffen not too long ago. Neko and I have known him for quite a long time. He was like 16 way back when we first found him on the
Now
internet.
he's all grown up.
All grown
with
up.
a family.
Yeah. And but still, he's grown as a musician, and as well as putting out this record, which is very mature and very.
I mean, I don't want
to
blow up his spot, but you got to realize this is a man who is so talented as a musician. He's able to play like the noise, the grind, or whatever. But he also was a touring musician for lots of musicals. He did, Rock of Ages. He's able to. Kind of cross genres, and he's just a superb musician overall.
Yeah. And so this is the title track to this album, Electric Elephant Graveyard. So check it out. Here we go.
I forgot that's how everything is hailed.
Hail piss.
You obviously don't know him personally. We do. And he has a very funny sense of humor. And the hail piss. Hail piss.
Yep. Very creative, very fun. Great dude. Very proud of him right now, obviously. And especially with the record, and not just that, but his life and, how he's his wife and his kid. So kudos to him.
Expecting baby number.
Oh, really? He didn't tell me that.
Ooh.
He'd be like rabbits. Now, these next four bands, Missy Neko is very much familiar with because she's been hearing some of these records over the last couple months as I've been driving back and forth with her to her mom's. And the first one up is black speed metal band, later thrash metal from Germany. And they've been around since the early to mid 80s. Well known, awesome. Get confused with Wodos with the patches. But of course, I'm talking about Sodom and their recent record, The Arsonists. And this one is called Witch Hunt. Here we go.
Aww. Well, that song gets even higher marks because it was such a sweet tribute to a friend.
Yeah. All right, so now our next one up, another band from the 80s that's been around for quite a long time, and it's definitely a band you and I have loved for a long time as well. Out of Oakland, California, thrash metal Testament. And their new record, Parabellum, just came out this year, and it's great to see them still going along, even when Chuck had gone through some health issues a while back. So still kicking and going and grinding. And this one is called Infanticide AI.
Oh, really?
That wasn't creepy at all.
I know, right? Hello. Hello. Good morning.
All right, so now a third band that also comes from the 80s. And another one that, of course, when we were listening to it, Neko was actually into it. So it's kind of cool because they are technical thrash metal, which she does like thrash. So from Zurich, Switzerland. And of course, I'm talking about Corner. And their new record, Dissonance Theory, came out this year.
Okay.
And the track we will be listening to is called Renewal. So, which was actually one of my favorites from the record. So I'm kind of happy about that I was able to find a video for it. So
Okay.
here we go. Very cool.
That was really good. I dig it.
All right, so 3 albums left. We're getting there.
We're getting there.
This one's another one you've been hearing a lot from me, especially this year. But not only do I really like the band a lot, but their name represents a lot that I love about werewolves. Another band from Australia, from Melbourne. And since 2020, they had put out an album every single year. So
Good for
5
them.
years in a row. And every single year, they make my top 10, my top list of the year. So that's how much I really like them outside of their name, of course. Of course, I'm talking about Werewolves. And their newest record, The Ugliest of All, is a brilliant piece of, artistry in their regard. And this is called Slaves to the Blast.
That was great.
Yeah. All right. Now this one I may just put us off screen just because it is a bit lengthy. It's a funeral doom death metal band, but one I've loved for a very long time. When it comes to this particular genre, they're probably like the top of my list of what I really like with them. Of course, Evoken, which I didn't know they were from the States. They're actually from New Jersey. I did not know this. So I thought they were European for whatever reason. But incredibly great. They've been around since like the mid to late 90s and have quite a nice little catalog behind them. Their new record, Mendacium, is out. And, I've never really found like an entire record that I thought was worthy of it being like, except for maybe Antithesis of Light. I really like that a lot. And also Caress of the Void. But it's been a while since those records were even out. That was like the mid 2000s. But here with this one, it did make my list. And this is a track called None. So thoughts? You think she fell asleep?
Yeah, I just started like tuning out. I know. I
She's never been a Doom fan.
I don't. I think that's my least favorite.
So wait, which one was that one or the Midnight Odyssey?
This.
Really, this one had even crunchier vocals and some good drumming. The other one was a bit more ambient, but anyway, that leads us to our last album and video of the day.
Oh God, please.
She's ready.
It's another one of those. Christ.
No, it does have a little bit of dooming, but it's more Black and Death. It's a band from the Ukraine called 1914. And even though I don't know like a super lot about them, They have a pretty good reputation as a band in terms of like their popularity with the people that are familiar with them. Their newest record, Viribus Unitus, is out, and this track is called 1916: The Pseudo-Troll Offensive, and they sing a lot about like World War One stuff, trench warfare, gas attacks, and stuff like that.
You're probably singing a lot about the war in Ukraine right now.
Possibly. So here we go with 1914.
All right. Nice.
Yep. So that concludes my favorite rock and metal albums of 2025.
Well, you had quite a few this year.
Quite a few, a lot more than I expected for sure. But it was a lot of fun. And even like I said, there were still probably many albums that I wasn't able to get to that I'm just like, wow.
And that's happened to you a few times where you'll be going through your back catalog and you're like, man, this would have been great on my top of 2025, but I just didn't get to listen to it until 2026.
Yeah, because I have people were talking about the new Veil Burner, which I'm a fan of them. Like I said, Blood Red Throne, Human put out a new one. I just haven't got to. So there's still quite a bit out there. I just never got around to really checking out yet. But that's just kind of how it goes when you're busy as hell. So, but the list I had was pretty good. It had a lot of good stuff in there. So.
Very vast. Like you picked a lot of different subgenres. You picked different styles. You picked different from all over the world. So you got yourself a nice mix in there.
Mm-hmm. As far as upcoming content, nothing tomorrow. Sunday, I'm not sure. Initially, it was Silver Screen. It was supposed to be Gremlins. But I did get a message from Olvin that he was actually going to switch Silver Screen to once a month because he wants to try to do some other projects, which, I acknowledge that. I'm like, okay, that's probably a good idea to scale back depending on your time. So, Silver Screen will probably be once a month, but I don't know if he's still going forward with Gremlins on this Sunday. So we'll see. Monday, again, I'll be doing Ghouls with Tony. I haven't made my pick yet, and I'm not sure if he has either, but because of the new year coming up, we don't want to conflict with that on New Year's Eve. So we'll just do it on Monday again. And then Tuesday, I'm getting together with Rick Myers and Fat Samurai Guy for this month's edition of Action Film Autopsy. And then, of course, we'll just enjoy the New Year's. And then I'm not sure what the rest of the week, but I'll update my calendar once I get there of the stuff that's coming up.
We have to find something to do New Year's Eve.
Yeah. But please give us your thoughts on the picks that I had this year. Do you agree with Neko on some things? Do you think she's crazy? I'll say she's crazy.
A little bit crazy.
But if you enjoyed it, let us know. We enjoy all the support, of course. Hit the like and subscribe button. And enjoy the rest of your Christmas weekend. And we will see you later on the Middletown Radio Podcast.